Hello, hello. I do believe I am live. Fantastic. It took me ages to figure this out. It's been a while since I streamed from Zoom into my Facebook group, so it took me a while to figure it out again. It's not so easy to do anymore. And I find that when I stream directly in here, just by doing a live video, the quality is not that good. So here I am, and I've decided this is going to be the way I'm going to do it going forward. And today, I'm going to talk about 10 places you can put your lead magnet or your freebie. This idea came to my mind because I'm working with a private client at the moment. And one of the things that I've taught her to do is how to create a lead magnet that converts. And I still think it's one of the most powerful things you can do in your business. It's one of the simplest things you can do, actually, and it's one of the most powerful things. But increasingly, your lead magnet needs to be something that people want. It can't just be go into AI and just create a PDF. It really has to, you really have to create something that people are willing to give their email address for, that are willing to, want to download whatever it is that you're giving away for free. And the other thing that people don't realize is that actually you have to sell your lead magnet. Just because it's free doesn't mean that people are just going to want to download it. No, 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 no. You have to sell your lead magnet. Now, why I've gone back to the basics a little bit here is because it's one of the first things that I do with all my private clients. First of all, we establish who their ideal client is, and then we work on creating a lead magnet or a freebie that's going to attract these people to you. It still works. It is still one of the most powerful things I use in my own business. I have a lead magnet that I've used for 6+ years at this stage. And honestly, it's brought in hundreds and thousands of dollars for me. Not on the surface of things, but it's based on the amount of clients that this can bring in. So your lead magnet, you may have a lead magnet already, but maybe it's not working for you. And if it's not working for you, there's a variety of reasons why it's not working. Number one, you haven't told anybody about it. Number two, it's just not something of value to people. So it's too generic. People can go on to Chat GPT now and get all their answers. So you need to provide something of value. My lead magnet is a three mini videos taking you through the process of how to do an online color analysis. And honestly, I have used that one for years. I haven't changed the landing page. I've done nothing with it. It still brings me hundreds and hundreds of clients every year. And the more important thing is it is building your email list. It is building your email list. And this is one of the most powerful things you have in your business. It's an asset. Just recently, I heard that Facebook ads has changed. Its targeting is getting harder and harder and harder, even on Facebook. If you're running Facebook ads, if you are, a six-figure stylist, more than likely you're running Facebook ads. If you are running Facebook ads, then, targeting has just gotten even harder again. So having a lead magnet that will call in your ideal client is just one of the most important things. Building your email list is one of the most important things that you can do, because you can send ads directly to the people on your email list then. So that email list is gold dust. I've been talking about this for years, and it's not something I'm going to change. So going forward, my plan is just to come on here and do little mini live trainings when I when I feel like it, when I feel like doing it, because my life is pretty busy in the background. Many of you know I'm an expat. So I live here in Singapore, but I travel back to Europe a lot. I have two boys, a 16-year-old and a 13-year-old. The older one is doing exams. He's in the first year of two-year IB program. And the second one really has special needs and requires a lot of my care. I also have a husband who works from home, so I have a pretty busy life, and I find that depending on what's going on in my life, I can be consistent on here or not consistent on here. So I feel that the best way to run these lives is just come on when I have an idea and when I think about something, and then people can always catch up afterwards and catch the training. So as I said, the idea for today's live came from the idea of working with a private client and showing her how to create this lead magnet and get it out there. And she's just done that this week, and it's just been amazing. And it's still one of, as I said, the first things I do with all my clients. It's one of the things I spent a lot of time on myself in those early days in my business. And I continue to create lead magnets, actually. I'm creating another lead magnet at the moment, which is a little quiz. Actually, I'm meant to be working on it right now. The quiz is related to my invisibility wounds program. There's 4 different types of wounding, and I'm creating a quiz around that, and I'll be putting it out there hopefully really, really soon. Now, once you have your lead magnet, you want to kind of think about, where can I put this lead magnet? And I want to direct you to my Six Figure Stylist book. Here, this Six Figure Stylist book, this is a book that I've published a year ago now, I think, maybe a little bit longer. It's the Six Figure Stylist book. I don't know if you can read it on the in front of the camera there. It's not a huge, monstrous, difficult read. Actually, it's very, very readable. I have nice big text on it, but this is, I believe when you implement the basics of what I have here in this book, you can build a 6-figure business. If you are consistent, if you lean on the 6 pillars that I talk about in this 6-figure stylist book, you have enough strategy. You have enough strategy in your business. And today I wanted to share with you where you can post your lead magnets. So that's the title of this little training. It's called 10 places where you can put your lead magnet or freebie. I actually have 17 different places in my 6-figure stylist book, which you can buy on Amazon. Just get on there. You can buy a hard copy or a soft copy from anywhere in the program. I also give away a free copy of it in my Stylepreneur Accelerator program, because this is actually, believe it or not, the training manual for my Stylepreneur Accelerator program. So if you have implemented consistently everything that I teach in this book, this is what I have used for 20 years in my business. It still works. It still works. Once you get to 6 figures, then we can talk about other shifts that you can make, especially around mindset, beliefs, conditioning. I think that is the thing that will keep you at 6 figures longer term. But to get to 6 figures, I would definitely implement what I have taught in this book, what I teach in my Stylepreneur Accelerator program. So let's get into today's content. 10 places you can put your lead magnet. So the first place and the most obvious place you can put your lead magnet is on your home page of your website. So most people know this already. You know, when people land on your website, a little pop-up happens that encourages people to sign up for your freebie. At that point, if you get them on your email list, you are winning. You are winning. So number 1 is the home page. This is the most obvious location. An opt-in form on your home page can be highly effective, especially if it's positioned prominently, like in the header, a pop-up, or as part of the main content. So that is number 1. The second place where you can put your lead magnet is on your blog posts. If you write a blog, there should be the option to get your freebie. If you go on to the www.thesixfiguresstylist.com, which is my website, you will notice that my lead magnet is right down at the end. And you can sign up at any time for my lead magnet. So everyone that reads my blogs will get the option to sign up for my lead magnet. And then guess what? I get them on my email list. I can send them my weekly newsletters. I can send them an ad if I want to send them an ad, and I can contact people once I have them on my email list. People who are following you on social media are not necessarily contactable, and they're not necessarily seeing your content. Increasingly, unless you're paying for social media, they're probably not seeing your content. Okay, so that's number 3. Number 3 is the sidebar. So again, this can be the sidebar on your website. It can be the sidebar on a landing page. It can be the sidebar on your blogs. Just the sidebar of any training or content that you're putting out there. It can also, of course, appear on your podcast. If you have a podcast, you should have your lead magnet on there. So hopefully, as I'm telling you these different places where you can put your lead magnet, you're ticking off, yes, I have that, I have that, I have it there, I have it there. So on the sidebar, on your blog post, on your website, on your podcast, on any article you put out there, you really want to have it in there. In the footer of your website. So again, don't restrict having an option to sign up on just one place on your website. You can put it in many different places on your website, because people don't always see the sidebar. They don't always, or maybe they click out of that pop-up that comes up as soon as they go into the website. But maybe after they've read your blog, or maybe if they've perused your website, they're then more likely to sign up. So you don't just put it on one place on your website, put it on many different places. Try different, what do they call them, taglines, try different titles, so that people see it very obviously and they opt in, because honestly, that is gold. When they opt in, you have hit the jackpot, believe me. The next place you can put it is on the About page. So where are we at now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the About page, again, oftentimes when I meet somebody for the first time, I'll go on their website or I'll go on their landing page, and I look up about them. I want to know about them. So again, you want to put your lead magnet in there on your About page, somewhere where people can see it. On your landing page, landing pages are pages that are probably separate from your website. So for instance, if you have a landing page with just information on it, or if you have a landing page, maybe a sales page, again, you want to give people the option to opt in. Though I'm not a huge fan of giving people loads of choices when I take them to a landing page, but it depends on what the landing page is for. Aside from your website, you can take them there. Pop-ups I've talked about already. The header, a small opt-in form in your website header ensures visibility on every page without being too intrusive. Again, everywhere where you can put it, I would put it. You can also put your opt-in page on a live like this that I'm doing right now. Or on a social media post. There are so many places you can put your lead magnet. The rest of them I'm going to leave with you to read from my Six-Figure Stylist book. So if you haven't got my Six-Figure Stylist book, it is not terribly expensive. It is one of the best investments you will make in yourself as a personal stylist. go through it step by step, implement the things I talk about in there, or come join me in my Stylepreneur Accelerator program, and I will help you implement these things. You can also sign up as a private client with me, and I will help you implement that one by one, the steps in here in this book. They still all work. They're still super, super important. Now, one of the things that I'm working on at the moment is that if you have hit six figures in your business, if you have implemented all of the things that I have been talking about in the Six Figure Stylist book, but you're finding it difficult to pull in six figures or the 10K launches consistently, I would suggest at this stage that you might want to look at your mindset, your limiting beliefs, and your conditioning that's preventing you from staying at six figures in your business, or staying at six figures and doing it with ease and grace. So oftentimes we know what we should be doing if you're implementing everything in here and you're doing it consistently, but you just lose the will to do it. I mean, that has definitely happened for me. And I have had to tackle big mindset issues, beliefs, conditioning, which pull me back to, earning nothing for 3 months. And I have learned to overcome that. And that's what I'm teaching in my Venus Image Code Invisibility Wound training program, which I'm running for the first time in January. I'm super excited about that, because that was really what kept me consistently being able to turn up, consistently being visible, consistently being excited about my business, and being truly myself in my business, and doing that with ease and grace. And I think that that's where we want to get to. Once we have the early years of struggle done, once we have all the hard things done, the next thing we want to do is be able to do it with ease and grace, and be there for our family, and to enjoy the success, If you have to keep striving, keep pushing yourself, keep putting pressure on yourself, then you're not really enjoying life. And I am all about enjoying life at this stage of my life. So if you want to know more about that program, there's an early bird offer on it at the moment. You can just drop me a message. I will also put a link underneath this video somewhere, with a couple of different things. I put a link to the lead magnet I was talking about that has brought me consistent income year after year after year. I will put a link to the book that you can buy on Amazon, though probably you're better off buying it from Amazon in your country. So for instance, if I was buying this book, I'd buy it from Amazon Singapore. But if you're in the UK, you would buy it from Amazon UK. You can pretty much get it all over the world. I'll also put a link for my new Venus Image Code Invisibility Wound training. This is not about telling you you need to change your mindset, by the way. I really don't think that telling somebody they need to change their mindset and adopt new beliefs works. It definitely didn't work for me. There is deeper work to be done. We need to understand, where did we pick up that belief? How did it get entranced into our mind and into our subconscious? We have to become aware of it. Most people aren't even aware of their blind spots. I definitely wasn't aware of my blind spot. The blind spot where I felt I had to kill myself working. I had to kill myself working to get to six figures and stay at six figures. That's actually not true. But it was something that was conditioned into me from when I was very young. And I had a total blind spot about that. And I had to work my way through that. The good news is, once you become aware of it, you can work in the body. So it's actually body work that needs to be done. So first of all, you have to unearth the belief that's holding you back. Then there's body work to be done. There's integration to be done. And then there's holding the space as you make this change. And this can be really difficult for people. They will revert back to the old belief before they give time for the new belief to take effect. And that is such an important part. Like so many times over the years, people told me, you have this belief that, you need to work really hard. But I kept reverting back. I kept reverting back because it was such a deeply entrenched belief. So I've shared a lot with you there this morning, as is my way. There's a lot in there, I know. But this is the first time I've done this live in this way. Going forward, this is what I'd like to do. I'd love to hear your feedback when you watch this. Is this helpful for you? What would you like to hear more of? What would be super helpful for you? So I am going to leave my live there at that this morning. And let me know what you think. I'm going to go off now and put the links in there. Take care, everyone. And I will chat to you guys super soon at that this morning. And let me know what you think. I'm going to go off now and put the links